But we are going into the pistol round here. Optic about to do, I think they're going to do like an A fake. They have the bomb there. Oh, it's going to be a connector A split. It's going to be a fast split, but we see already, that's Liquid actually about to fake, but Optic's already set up 3 people towards A, so Liquid might just run into this trap.
And with Magist going down, now the floodgates are open. As Liquid are going to run in. Alu is still in Palace, so you're right. This is a little bit of a trap from Optic Gaming. As Mixwell is going to fall back in towards CT. JDM, importantly, will get window control and hold Murder Hole. As Freiburg just going to wait, rely on his teammates. As Mixwell goes down, Alu is still in such a money position here. In a 2v4, he can deny this. Gets one, can't find Stan. No! How does Stan win that duels? It's Freiburg in a 1v3, and that's not going to happen. JDM will just roll all over him, and Liquid will pick up the pistol. But Alu certainly could have been a big factor in that round if Optic picked that up.
Yeah, Liquid getting into that bomb site. I was kind of scared for them for a moment because Optic was in a great position. They had the 3 players towards A. I think it just came down to them just not hitting their shots. Liquid obviously hitting the 1 bulls with the Glocks, and it paid off in their favor.
Is that an R8?
That is an R8, yeah. But don't worry, it's been nerfed.
Thankfully. And they gave still $2,000. I mean, I know Alu's tired, but this tired, it's almost insanity. As Stan, great double peek from Optic Gaming, the double push. And Alu may be able to find a leash here. But no, it takes so long to pull the pin back. No time to find the shot. Nilly's just going to waltz in towards the B site. I don't think he spotted Freiburg. Well, now he will. As Freiburg gets caught out. Nice shot from Magisk. But he needs to find some more successes. Rotations are coming in from Optic. They have a flank coming all the way around from HS. And Mixwell slowly working catwalk. So if Liquid aren't careful here, there's still a chance for them to perish. Nitro gets caught off, and HS, you have to hit those. Down to 10. As the twist finds Mixwell, now Liquid should be able to claw this out. So HS is still looking to find something, and it is just Magisk in a 1v3. Aim punch, although they've reduced it, is still a worst. Terrible nightmare, as Liquid will pick it up.
I was looking kind of scary there for Liquid. Nitro going down to 10 health, but Liquid does get the round. And I like what they did. Going up catwalk, they sent the MAC-10 in first alone. He's going to scout everything out, make sure there's no stack, make sure there's no traps that the counter-terrorists are laying. And then the rest of the team is kind of trailing behind, just a few steps behind, so they don't run into the trap, basically.
Well, just the lone P250. And they're going to go for a little bit of a gamble here. Leaf actually gets dinked down to 43, and then all of a sudden 0. So losing that MAC-10 is not the biggest deal because Elise's life is worth it to figure out what's going on the Optic side. And as they come out of connector, Optic Game will be greeted with bullets and death as it's HS and Alu. And this should be going the way of Liquid relatively cleanly. HS is the last man up. Looks like he's just going to try to find a frag.
Yeah, and another good decision by Liquid, just scouting out the MAC-10. It's not worth that much. It's not worth anything into the next round either. So just find that information. Are you running to a stack or not? Elige sees that there's 4, maybe 5 members from Optic over at middle. Liquid just runs out A, and they're getting to that bomb site.
Well, this is where the action starts. And if there was a crowd, will they start to get rowdy?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Depends who they're rooting for. I think this game would have been hype. A little bit of pull in the crowd, perhaps.
It could have been.
Optic. Maybe tomorrow. As the Yop will come out on Alu, glass can on the CT side. As Liquid, I think they're setting up straight up for an execution here. As they will have Twist in towards the Palace position. Optic, they do have numbers.
It's a 5-on-5 right now, but Optic, because they force spot in the second round, they don't have counter nades, and here comes the execute from Liquid.
Jeez, Twist just running out and finding Magisk. Smokes will land everywhere, and I don't think Twist wants to give up. He still wants to fight, still wants to push. May catch Mixwell in a moment's notice if he can hit the jump. And it looks like it's HS actually from stairs to find him first. So now Mixwell can get out of CT in there. He'll find Elige. As Liquid are just losing these duels left, right, and center, and it's just Nitro and Stan. The bomb is planted front default, and Nitro getting one here gives a chance for Stan. AK, no utility. And there is a kid on HS. Smoke goes down, but Stan, lovely timing on the peek as he's able to avoid the op shot of Alu, as Stan is going to re-peek and recommit to this. Alu didn't actually pick up the kit, so keep that in mind. It's a full 10-second defuse, and he is not getting off at any moment.
He's going to get it.
I think he is.
He's got it.
100%, full 10-second defuse. Will die at the end, but that guy didn't even pick up the kit. Didn't even care.
But in this situation, it's so difficult for Optic to kind of be happy in the situation because even though they won the round, all of them died, so they're right now sitting at maybe $3,500 if they're lucky per player. I really liked Liquid's execute there. So what happened was Twist was ready in the apartments. His teammates threw the smokes, and immediately after throwing smokes, flashes came, and he came out. Twist came out of apartments before the smokes even bloomed. He got that entry kill. It was a 5-on-4. Liquid was able to go up and get that bomb plan.
Banking on catching some CTs with nades in their hands, perhaps?
Yeah, either pulling out grenades to counter nade, or they'd have flashbangs. But it is a force buy from Optic here.
Yeah, and it's looking good for them already, being a man up. As Twist smoked off, and he throws his molly towards P balcony. As HS is going to get aggressive towards Catwalk, almost unexpected. As is just JDM and Twist. They'll deploy that smoke to allow him to fight out towards windows. And they are just going to jump out. Freiberg just gets caught reloading. And Twist, a great double entry from him all of a sudden. It was looking dire for Team Liquid. And Twist, gets just a little grace of luck. As Mixwell is coming in behind the smoke as it dissipates. Can he catch JDM? The minute on the clock, yes, and Magist finds the other. So Twist, try as he may, Optic Gaming will pull it back on just sheer rotation times.
Yeah, Liquid probably shouldn't have gone as fast as they did on that round. I think in their mind, Optic was going to have not a great buy to stop a fast split. They wouldn't have incendiary grenades. They wouldn't have a heavy nade set. They wouldn't be able to shut down mid. But Optic just playing up close, and then obviously we saw the flank again, and this time it was Mixwell, last time it was HS. So we will probably see Optic getting into underpass and doing these flanks throughout the half.
This game's going at quite a feverish pace. As Twist is going to find Freiberg. I think this game's been going for less than 10 minutes, and we're already in round 6.
Yeah, this is a fast-paced game.
I imagine it will continue, just due to the time. These teams are tired. Certainly, there's still a lot on the line. As Elige is going to push in towards connector, may get caught here. You know how strong the CZs are. Within throwing distance, that thing can kill you. Throwing distance of a football, that is.
Better than an M4.
In certain situations, I'd agree.
Yeah, well, you can full sprint with it, so.
Instantly better. Magist. Gonna go head back into mid window. Optic Gaming have kind of lost the mouse in the trap here, that is Liquid. So it looks like they're about to just walk out into the A site. Now there is Mixwell in CT with his own op. Just waiting it out as Elige will out-aim Magist in towards mid-window. Mixwell has to peek for something, and Twist hits a ringer of a deke shot. And now Liquid have full control. HS and Alu, if they don't find a frag soon, I think they may just concede this one.
It looks like they're trying to go for it just at the moment, at least. Elige coming in the back on Alu, but Alu gets the kill. So 2 versus 3 is much more winnable situation at the moment, especially considering they have 2 smokes and an incendiary grenade to work with. So Optic not out just yet. Clearing everything out slowly. They still have a little bit of time on the bomb, not too much, so they will have to start moving. And there goes HS. So Alu turning around and saving might be the decision. Yeah, he turns around, but it's too little too late. Liquid picking it up on an eco, just a straight up eco. Twist had, I mean, Stanislaw has armor, but did he save that from the round? I don't remember, to be honest, but Twist definitely opening up the round with his deagle, didn't even have armor there. So great round, momentum shift as well for Team Liquid here.
I'm not sure if Alu is very committed to the R8. I don't know if this is a committed relationship or just a late night, I want to go to bed insanity relationship.
Wasn't like VP using this a LAN a week or 2 ago?
They got like 1 good round with it though.
Yeah, they were playing on Train, right, with it?
I think so. I don't. Is it a thing? I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I mean, Alu's you know, got Alu, right?
Breed, isn't he? Takes a special man to wield this weapon.
Let's see if he gets a shot off this round.
He didn't last time. Needs to get better at cocking that pin back. As Elige is going to work down towards mid. Keep in mind, you can see what Optic have to work with.
Yep. And a bit of change of pace this round as well. Liquid slowing it right down. They don't know kind of if Optic's flying or not. They don't want to run to stacks, obviously.
Oh, Nitro. Oh, that was a great play from Freiburg, trying to just catch Nitro with it off position. As it felt, Nitro thought he pushed Freiburg back in towards B's site as the shot will come out. Is able to tag Alu. They line up for him. He is going to get one frag, but Elige is pushing in from Get Right. Molly's going to be raining in. It's HS alone, and now it is just Mixwell. Going to try to save this UMP. Nitro, I really like what Freiburg did there, though.
Yeah.
Nitro cleared the corner, forced Freiburg off, and Freiburg immediately just comes right back out. But you need more plays like that, and they have to result in frags if you want to try to turn around like that into a win.
It kind of felt like the R8 was like banned from competitive play for like the longest time until like a week or two ago, until I saw it in competitive play, because no one ever actually uses it.
Yeah, that's true. Although the nerf kind of destroyed it, didn't it?
Maybe it got unbanned from competitive play recently, like 2 months ago.
Recently. I wish the right click was a bit more accurate. I feel like more people would use it then. But then again, that's what they nerfed, so
Yep.
you can't have it both ways, I guess.
Another eco here for Optic, not having the greatest of starts to this game, and I think it all stems back from that round, a few rounds back, where Liquid regrouped towards A, and Mixwell was just opping from spawn, scoped on hulls, and Liquid just got a perfect timing right up into A, and that just one crucial mistake is turned this game around.
Well, it's looking like a 6-2.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you go through the motions. Some call this a toss-way round, but as Elige pointed out to us before this game started, you can win every eco round, even with
I
USBs.
mean,
maybe.
yeah. It's mainly capitalizing on mistakes, though,
Yep.
and Liquid's playing way too smart right now, or way too safe, rather.
Alu's even going to get hard cleared here, I think. Whether it be the players peeking from connector first, or Stan just straight up hard clearing that corner. And yeah, Alu gets impatient. He knows the push is coming up connector, tries to fight towards Stan. And this round it's going to be clean. Twitch should find the final. Yeah, taps away. 3K for him into the round. 6-2. We will go, actually.
Twist is probably sitting on like 15 frags right now as well.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of multi-frag rounds, even on rifles.
Yeah.
So, young talent.
But a buy coming in here for Optic, and it's not going to be a strong buy yet again, and I don't think Optic can really afford to do this, and I think it comes down to every time they do eco, 4 of them buy armor. I think Freiburg's the only one that doesn't get armor on the first buy, and I think that's something that's going to be adding up slowly but surely for Optic.
And you can see just how low they were, how much they've already used into this round.
Yeah. And that just means that right now Liquid knows it.
Yep.
Liquid knows Optic doesn't have nades. They can't Molotov upper. Let's do an upper hit. They won't have any counters. They won't have any answers for us. We can group up and just get out, get those 2 kills, maybe 3-on-3, post-plant, and then we get our smokes. We lock down these choke points. This is exactly what Liquid wants to do here. This is perfect.
Wow. And they are going to be able to find Freiburg cleanly. Great trades from Liquid as they'll just waltz into the site. Stan, cutting rotations, finds HS, and will deliver a headshot. And the nice thing about this, too, is Liquid get that info, and then I also realize, you know what? The A players probably don't have utility to retake either. More than likely.
Yeah, well, I mean, that does play a part of it, but essentially what Liquid's idea there was, let's fake like we're doing the default mid-control, which is what they set up the previous 2 to 3 rounds. They're like, okay, we're going mid, we're going slow, we're using our nades, we're clearing everything out. So this round they do the same smokes, and then Stanislaw goes to the top middle. He does the same nades that they would normally do, and what that does is it makes Optic think, okay, it's going to be the same stuff. Let's get a guy cat ready to, fight anyone who comes up cat. Let's get the guys closer to connector, and that pulls them away from B. It pulls them away from A, and Liquid just ends up going out B. There's only one person there. Alu spins around, gets a kill, gets traded, and Liquid's just picking up rounds. 7-2 now.
Well, can Optic Gaming stop the bleeding?
They're not looking too happy right
No,
now.
they look just
they're not like
out of it. And Freiburg actually has admitted publicly that he's been very hard on this team. And I suppose rightfully so. When you're a new IGL, perhaps people won't trust your word 100%.
I mean, if you're an old IGL, you have to do it too
Yeah.
sometimes. You need to make sure people listen and are focused and paying attention and not kind of slacking off.
You put your belt on the desk instead of wearing it.
2 3Ks and 12 frags in this game.
In 9 rounds.
To be fair, Optic has had like 6 ecos so
Yeah,
far, 9
that's
rounds
true.
in.
That's true. That's kind of a rough start to things, especially on the CT side.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're just going to be very conservative around the op at M4 that they saved. So I respect the decision, but there comes a time when you're going to have to rip the Band-Aid off as they nearly line up perfectly for Allen. You can see he's getting frustrated there. He feels he should have gotten at least one out of that situation. So it looks like Liquid, the 1-3-1. Baiting out utility, knowing when Optic don't have much to spare. And now they know where Alu is. It's just figuring out where this M4 is, and then I imagine Liquid go on the back of that.
Yeah, Alu showed himself earlier at Connector. Goes a Connector player, JDM, waiting for Alu to re-peek. Alu actually moved, though, to the window, and Alu's able to pick up a kill on Nitro, shows his position, so JDM's there, 11 health. But in an op versus op duel, generally speaking, you're dead in one shot anyways.
Is Twist going to be ready for this? Molly comes in. He looks towards Catwalk first. Alu will actually burn and Twist. Finds Freiburg, HS, and Mixwell with just CZs. Or CZs for everyone else in the world. Gotta keep it fair. As Liquid will plant this bomb. Elysius actually needs a cross here, so he'll get the nade and then jump across to go plant. As he'll call to his teammates, 8, 1 jungle, 1 bottom connector. Please don't let me die here. Maxwell will pick up an M4, and they're going to get a full buy next round, so just commit with it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing they can do really to Liquid's economy, so it's either save this gun or try to win the round by Liquid peeking early, overextending, getting the kills on them. But if Liquid doesn't give the opportunities, then Mix will probably end up saving this gun. He's got armor, he's got a kit, he's got a CZ. Like, there's no real reason why he needs to full commit to this. So right now he's going to back off. 1 versus 3. There were no opportunities for him to kind of go in. And it looks like he's just chilling, hanging around, looking for an exit. It's not really necessary. Holding on to this gun is probably the best thing that he can do right now, especially being down by 6 rounds. CT side Mirage, it's a CT sided map. Most people would agree. So right now, you know, you've lost the half already. Liquid's already got 8 rounds. This is really not going well. You really have to start thinking about, okay, how can we maximize our success? Part of that is making sure that you have your ops on your oppers. Mixwell can pick up the op, use 2 ops. Move that opper around, be a little bit mobile. The other thing is making sure that you have full nades. So you want your incendiaries, you want your smokes, you want to be able to lock down choke points and then just isolate places. Here we go. Mixwell is able to pick up the op and gets the opening pick in this round.
Yeah, he got the God spawn, was able to get all the way to the left side of window before JDM was swinging on him. And all of a sudden, now things are going Optic's way, fighting towards this mid-site. Mid-side of things, I should say. As Liquid lose 3 members and don't even have an answer for it just quite yet. But Elysian Twist being up, 2 heavy hitters for Liquid.
Yeah.
Perhaps can pull the wool over the sleepy Optic Gaming members' eyes and tuck them into bed tonight.
Yeah. And even though Liquid's most likely going to lose this round, the goal of Elysian Twist right now, maybe get some kills. Take out some of the weapons, make it expensive for Optic. Optic's already buying down to $0 basically. They have 2 ops. It's a huge investment. All Liquid has to do, get 3 kills, 2 kills. It's completely doable, and it's going to help them so much to close out the half.
Well, there's
one, and it's on an opper as well.
Are they going to get the second? That firebox angle actually is so strong. Alicia's going to try to fight towards the player in jungle. I don't think Magisk is using these crouching. But HS gets caught out. That's 2, and all of a sudden this round is winnable. And if this player market peaks by his lonesome, Alu, he is just going to hold murder hole. So Twist has to be careful how he wants to peek this. Alicia just jumps across. So now they've isolated Magisk. And where's this Molly going? Towards Palace. They still have 1 more, and it's Firebox. Magisk is going to get forced out. No, can't win the duel against Elige. This round is swinging out of thin air. As Elige is going to stick the plant thanks to that flash, and it is Alu alone. And Twist is getting to the safety of Tetris. But as soon as his teammate falls, he spins around and will get in towards triple. The 1v1 immenses, and Alu gets timinged, and Liquid win the 2v5.
versus 5.
And you said, yeah, a couple kills will do. How about 5?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it should never have gone to that point. Like, Liquid, don't get me wrong, Liquid played that perfectly, but the problem with Optic was they were giving way too much respect. They were playing way too scared and being, you know, one hiding jungle, waiting for the window boost, one hiding firebox. They were playing so disconnected and giving so much space for the Liquid players to get back in and just walk up and get those kills. Like, that should never happen. There's like an angle at the firebox that he was hiding at where he could have peeked through and spotted players walking up to jungle, shot one in the back of the head. Like, play one and done spots in those situations. And then in the worst case scenario, you know, you end up with 3 people alive at the end of the round, but you win the round.
Struck a nerve.
Well, to say the least. 2 men down. It's a forced buy by Optic again, and Liquid is just on such a roll right now.
Yeah. They're looking great. Both these teams have been here all day, so it's whoever's going to stay more focused ultimately. Halu is just going to retreat. Twist will throw that utility. We've seen him throw countless times.
Yeah. And what he's doing is perfect. He's just setting himself up and setting the team up so that when Liquid finally wants to go B, Optic doesn't know, is it the B hit? Is it the default thing that they're doing again? And, you know, before long, Liquid just going to be able to go right through the smoke and say, yo, what's up?
Oh, Alu wants to say, yo, what's up? With the R8. He's trying to right twist here. As it's so hard to use this gun appropriately. And you can see why. It just takes so long to shoot. HS goes down. Double entry from Twist. I think that's the 6th time I've said that at least.
Yeah.
Getting up there. As Magisk is going to try to hang on to his M4. But Liquid double digits on T-side Mirage already. As you said, granted, Optic Gaming have had a lot of half-buy/save rounds.
Yeah.
It's still, this is such a gargantuous half. Is that even a word? I'm losing my mind. Such a massive half from Liquid, though.
Yeah, Liquid's definitely on a roll here. This is not what we saw in the first half against Misfits earlier on Cash. This is the second half of Liquid where they just came back, and it looks like you guys can't see it, but it looks like Mixwell's actually falling
I had
asleep
to look.
in his
I'm like,
chair.
is Mixwell sleeping?
No, it looks like he's sleeping. But
I think we'll go to that. I wish we went to that camp next. He was almost catching some Z's. Oh man. He was so tired. Oh man.
his eyes are open now, but they weren't a second ago.
They definitely
promise,
weren't.
I promise.
Well, now the op's back in his hand, so maybe he'll start
Yeah.
to wake up. As I think everyone on Optic Gaming need to.
Yeah, and it is a tactical timeout. Optic really needs to reel in these last few rounds. It's so important to close out on the CT side with some room to work with. And again, it's going to be a double up from the side of Optic, and it's going to be up to them to kind of move one around. So we're going to expect Mixwell. He's going to be the one. He's going to go for an opening pick. It's just, there's so many opportunities of like where you can go with it. So, you know, maybe he has an A spawn, he'll take it A side. And, you know, it's really hard to predict what you're going to do with an op because depending on the spawns, like you could go for the cat jump, you could go for the window peek, like on the left side like he did the last time. Maybe he takes it upper B and shuts down Twist, who keeps doing that default there.
And it's the one round Liquid are not going to go for that.
Yep.
And they may catch Just Boy off guard here. So he's going to try to use this tiny gap in the smoke to his advantage. And he will tag down a leash, but it's Twist. This man is just stepping up whenever Liquid need him. He doesn't have a bedtime, and he's showing you why as he flicks to HS. As Twist will own the A site once more. And it's a double op retake on A. I don't see it happening. Twist wants more. He's going to get this nade in and keep pushing him 5 bullets. This guy's a madman. Molly, smoke, and everything nice from Twist. As this A site's on lock on round 13. This hopper's gone. It's a 3K from the young man, and even the 4th Twist is just gaming on him right now. 11-2. He's feeling good.
Yeah, phenomenal play by him. But more than just that, he got the 2 opening picks going into the A bomb site. And then he didn't overcommit. He didn't like overextend and like be like, oh, I got 2, let me get like 2 more and then I can get the ace. He was just playing it safe. He waited for the flash on spawn. He peeked. He missed his opportunity. He hid. He waited. And then he smoked spawn, boosts up into spawn, and then he's able to get the last 2 kills because Optic's going for a round that probably they shouldn't have.
Round 14 buy is a penny candy buy. Some kids showed up to the store with dollars, others showed up with pennies.
Well, at least no one showed up with an R8.
Yeah, that's good to see. Mag 7, objectively better. Magis Boy, objectively dead. 11-2. And the Liquid are just not pressured at all. I feel like they have just such a free flow, just control across the entire map. It's just looked all too easy for them.
Yeah. And I was going to say, like, Optic's really been shooting themselves in the foot, so to speak, because they haven't been optimizing their buys. But last round, when they had the op on Mixwell, he cleared upper B. He knew no one was there. Optic played 3 players towards A, and Twist just ran through them. And again, he's coming through, entering up upper B. Here we go, 4-on-2, 11-2 is the score. I mean, what do you do in Optic's situation here? There's not much you can do.
You go to bed? You come here tomorrow and
you
try
mentally
again?
reset? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, the game's not over. Like,
It's not.
Like, if Liquid's able to get 11 rounds on T side, there's no reason why Optic can't. It's just that Twist has been playing so well right now.
Stan finds the last. I'm wondering what he's up to right now. At least kill-wise, it has to be some kind of ridiculous number. Every round when they have rifles, even against Eco, he's just constantly fragging.
But you can even see the difference here. Like, we see Elige, he's smiling, he's laughing.
Yep.
The team is laughing and smiling. And then, you know, in contrast, Optic, they're just, like, standing there. They're, like...
Rubbing their face.
Yeah, they're just tired. They're not... Like, it doesn't even look like they're talking. Or if they are talking, it's, like, whispers and stuff.
I think I see
you can
Freiburg
see
a maybe.
big change and a big disconnect in between the two, like, in terms of energy levels.
Well... Is round 15 the time for Optic Gaming to get their third? Tracers through the smoke. Elige follows them all the way to the source. And Alu is gone. As Mixwell finds an answer, should be immediately traded. Nice play for Mixwell. The spraying repeat to find Twist.
Why not?
And Nitro hears that player retreating from underpass. But is he going to be able to get the drop here on Freiburg? I believe that's in backside. It is. I think he hears a sound cue, but he doesn't want to commit to it. He felt like he was getting a little bit swarmed as it's Elige in 1v4. Now, I've said this before in a round, a specific 2v5 that shouldn't happen. This certainly shouldn't with that nade. Down to 36. Mixwell's pushing. He'll go down. 1v3. Magisk and Freiburg are tagged. But keep in mind, so is Elige. So perhaps there's a chance he's going to need the blessings of the timing gods, perhaps. As you see, Optic Gaming have doubled up towards default and firebox here, towards a site. He shouldn't be given any more fights in his favor. With 25 seconds, he has to clear the entire site. And if Magisk starts running B, there may be a little bit of a problem here, but he hears Magisk. Wins the first fight. Is he going to be expecting to play firebox? I don't think so. HS, yeah, as soon as he knows the plan is committed, he'll swing.
Yeah.
12-3, I mean, as daunting as that is, certainly doable.
Yeah,
especially for a team like Optic with the raw talent.
Yeah, you can definitely bounce back from this. It just starts with the pistol, and then the following 2 ecos. Suddenly it's 12-6, and it's a lot more manageable of a scoreline. Having said that, you look at the energy levels of Liquid versus the energy levels of Optic. It's just so much more clear that Liquid's just having a good time while they're doing this, whereas Optic's kind of just like they're mentally checked out, it seems. But if they're able to get back into this game, I mean, it's doable. I've seen bigger comebacks before.
179 ADR.
Yeah, Twist is...
That is just insanity.
He's having a field day right now.
25, 2, and 3. How often do you see that at a at a pro level? On
Not
LAN?
often.
That's just
That's
absurd.
closing in on 2 frags per round for the entire half.
Absurd. Oh, we get a little jam.
Yeah?
Damn, I like it.
Jam it up.
2 2Ks, 4 3Ks, 1 4K, nearly the ace, and he's clutched one out. That's
good.
If you
That's
look at
good
this
stuff.
scoreboard, and you didn't have the top bar to tell you that was one half, you'd be like, that's a full game. That's insane.
I think one thing that's a little misleading about the statistics is that Optic spent most of the rounds either on force buying like R8s or on eco, like full on eco. Just because every time they won a round, they would get hard reset, and then they would buy like double ops, and then they would get hard reset.
He just did a nice job, 90 ADR, although he was really the only one putting up any kind of numbers or any kind of fight.
Yeah.
Nothing really crazy.
The whole team was really not putting up like pulling their own weight.
I mean, I guess it goes without saying, but I'll be the guy to say it. If Optic Gaming don't get pistol, this game is nearly in the bag.
Okay.
I'll put it out there. I feel like it goes without saying, but
Yeah.
I'll be that guy.
I feel like Optic does these types of pistols where it's just like smoke, 2 flashes, and then just Glock, just train, and here we go into Liquid's only 2-man stack.
Oh, Stan couldn't find a single shot to save his life. Most literally, his Magisk will open up the sight. He's a can opener, and JDM will put him back in the drawer. JDM's going to try to fight back into it. Perhaps Magisk oversteps his bounds there. Could have stayed towards bench. Now keep in mind, there is a kid on a leash. And they're going to try to fight out a market. All 3 of these members all coming out of door. It's going to be a little bit of a blunder as they have to take the fight initially with Freiburg. And no, Optic Gaming will pick up the pistol. They all peek at once on contact towards Freiburg. And that is what Optic need to start this T side off.
Yeah, if they're going to mount a comeback, this is definitely the round that they would want to start it in. I wanted to point out one of the core differences. I feel like we saw Twist in the first half. He goes into a bomb site, gets 2 kills, and then, stops, puts the brakes on, he chills, he slows down. Magisk gets the 2 opening picks. What does he do? He reloads his gun and then instantly starts pushing for a 3rd one. He gets killed immediately. Like, that could have been the turning point of the round.
And it looks like Liquid. I've noticed more CT sides go for this. Perhaps it's the aim punch slight nerf, or just great CT side economy management.
Yeah,
they won't force up after losing pistol.
I think what Liquid's doing right now is they have such a big round lead, and now they're starting the easier side. So right now, there's no real sense or pressure to force buy. They want to save and maximize their economy, so when they get to that first gun round of this half, which is the 4th round of this half, JDM is going to have his AWP, and then all the riflers are going to be able to afford incendiary grenades and smoke grenades, and that's just going to be able to delay the pushes from Optic. If Optic wants to do a full execute, they're going to be running into incendiary grenades, so they're going to spend a lot of time like baiting out those grenades. So Liquid making the right decision here, in my opinion.
Oh, nearly finds Alu. JDM, 4 HP, limping around. Now he's last one up, gets cleared from Mixwell, so 12-5.
Yeah.
Should have went to the bathroom before this. Really regret that decision.
And we're probably just going to see like 5 USPs from Liquid, and maybe they do what Optic did, which is just like 3 people window room and like a couple people pushing up middle or something like that. Just kind of not really just get this round over with type of thing, but, if we stack a place together, maybe we're able to pick off a couple of players, toy with their economy a little bit. There's no real chance of us, and here we go. 4 people did come through the little rat hole, and they're going towards mid, but Optic just running up A.
JDM just got dunked on for 100 from that nade, and that's a cleanup from Optic, so quick, very quick round, as now the buy will come in from Liquid.
Yeah.
It will be, Op comes in on JDM, of course. He even gets a little bit of utility. Goes for smoke instead of a flash, respectable. Need the smokes.
Yeah, smokes for the mollies.
Yeah, is Elise the only one to get a Moll? Nitro should? Nope, 1 molly.
Yeah, that's the thing with buying Deagles. And then they got the P250s in the following round, so they all invested at least like $1,000 on the Liquid side, and that's the difference between having incendiary here and just an HE grenade.
Well, we'll see what Liquid want to do. I mean, aggression's always in the cards, as that 1 molly will get used to keep Magisk back. But it won't keep the A ramp players back for very long. Nitro sprayed down to 79, waiting for a flash to come through before he takes any kind of fight. Freiburg, without head armor, that MAC-10's actually going to be able to rip him through. And Optic Gaming, they just bulldoze onto the A site and will rip Nitro, Elysian, twist a new one. And it's just JDM and Stan. Leave it on just Stan. You may find Freiburg, but that is it. Optic Gaming are really starting to hit back.
Yeah, and we're probably going to see them even picking up an 8th round, closing the gap of rounds to only just a 4-round difference. So Optic really just pulling this back, but Liquid definitely still in a comfortable position here. Probably just going to full save, make sure that they have a good buy the next round. Because what happened here was Optic was executing onto the A-bomb site, and Liquid, they only had the 1 incendiary grenade that was used at Palace, and as soon as that was gone, they started pushing into the bomb site to try to fight Optic because they didn't have enough grenades for a retake.
That flash is going to force Nitro off. As Elige will get towards ladder room. Looks like Optic Gamer content to just get top mid, slow things down. not run themselves into trouble. There's not too much trouble to really be had in this round. Although you never really know with the CZs and Deagles.
Yeah, and that's why Optic's playing really slow and methodical here, waiting the smoke out at window, and then after the smoke's gone, they molly the window, make sure that no one's hiding in the corner there. Elige is in the ladder room trying to get a 1D on someone just to try to open up the round and give his team a chance to make a play.
Oh, they catch Alu here. It looks like Mixwell can hold the repeat, transition over, goodbye Nitro. 3 members up left for Liquid, one of which has pushed out a ramp. And where are the other 2? They do.
I think there's 2 in a ramp.
Oh, they're stacking up. Okay. So the boots twist up. It's always nice to have a level change, especially when you're going for a push like this. As JDM's P250 finds Freiburg. As it is Stan in a 1v4, essentially towards his site. Good damage dealt, so at least you can see the HP on HS Mixwell and Alu. Certainly within kill range, but I think JDM's just going to hang on to that AK. I don't think he's going to make it anywhere near this site.
Yeah, I think JDM should probably just end up trying his best to save that AK. If he's able to save that AK, it will free up a player to be able to afford, you know, incendiaries and stuff, because JDM, obviously, he's going to buy himself an op. And if you're an opper, you don't really need to rely on buying grenades. It's usually the duties of a rifler. If you have an op, you generally want to just keep the op in your hands, stay scoped in, and make sure that you're just hitting your shots. And, I mean, opping, it's a one-hit kill. Generally speaking, a lot of players will just glass cannon, or they'll just get Kevlar and just run around with a smoke and a flash. No real reason to, like, heavily invest into utility.
Well, round 21 is upon us. Optic Gaming essentially doing what Liquid did to them.
Yeah.
Perhaps a couple more resets and we'll be exactly tied up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the difference here is, like, Liquid's kind of giving the rounds up because they're saving to make sure that they have the ops and they have the utility, which is different than Optic's approach, which was force buy all the time. But here we go, an aggressive play by Liquid with the op, getting into a ramp and just shutting down what they think is going to be an early A execute, and rightfully so. Optic is lining up all the smokes, and here they come. JDM getting the first kill here.
Oh, the utility usage is so great, though, from Optic Twist. Out of bullets and out of life as a Deletion site. Has to go big. Nice kill and shot on the Magist as he's stuck now towards triple. Optic Gaming. Great flashes actually hamper that A ramp aggression as it's Nitro and Stan. Can they deny the plant? Stan wants to go through the smoke. As I hear the bomb going down, can't find Freiburg, but Stan can get a spray onto 2 as Alu's heavily tagged. Freiburg goes up and over. Like a kid in a playground, Freiburg's just jumping all over the place. At 7 HP, that molly, if it didn't catch that lip, it wouldn't have allowed Alu to peek it. That tiny little lip outside A ramp, perhaps. I'm not saying it cost him the round because the A-man is quite deep, but it may have actually cut the angle a bit more.
You hate to see it. I'm wondering if Liquid's going to try doing something different, like pushing a ramp with riflers instead and flashing over top. But it doesn't look like they're really too phased right now. Just looking at JDM, he was like smiling or laughing there. So even though Optic's closing this gap, bringing it 9-12 all the way back from whatever ridiculous scoreline it was, like 12-3.
Has Liquid won a round on their CT side?
I don't think so, no.
They have not.
Straight just terrorist rounds across the board.
That's scary.
Yeah, and JDM actually buying an op here while the rest of the team's on pistols, and I think that's because he saved the AK from the other round.
Well, I love the lineups here. If you just line up towards Van and just pull it, because why not? The Legion is going to be smoked out. This round's playing out very similar to the last round where they half bought. I think they even had an AK or something similar before their last rifle. Mixwell's going to try to get cat control. And now you can see the pressure coming from B. JDM's going to find Alu. There's still a chance for his turn around. They actually blind themselves, so they can't commit to this fight, at least doubling up towards Cat. As Nitro's put in a prime spot with his ZZ. Can't win the duel against Freiburg, but down to 12 HP. We'll see if that gets communicated properly. As it did, Stan just swings straight out. And it is HS and Magist in a 2v3. And the bomb is still coming towards B, so they still want to fight this. maybe a bit of an oversight for Optic. And Stan's just going to say, no, you're not jumping out my window. Goodbye, HS. It's Just Boy. 1v3. And there you go. Stan picks up the AK and finds a shot in the window. Perhaps oversight from Optic Gaming.
Yeah, it feels like they called a strat at the start of the round, and then even though JDM showed that he had his op there, and even though he didn't get the kill, Optic, it kind of felt like they committed into that round anyways. And I was thinking, like, if I'm JDM and I've shown my op here, I'd probably just rotate out and go somewhere else.
Where's the abort button?
But then, like, Optic just ran straight into it, committed to that cat split, and Liquid was set up for it. Liquid, though, this is, like, probably one of the most important rounds for them here.
I'll put an op with an R8.
Oh, goodness.
He's hitting some level now.
Yep,
Op R8.
that is a meme level.
He's trying it. Can't fault the man for trying. As Liquid are going to try him with his double op, Nitro. Well, I believe it's still IGLing, although Stan is on the team.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting dynamic in and of itself. As Elige will be on her balcony, will work up on the back of his own smoke. And I love Twist's position. It looks like he's floating, but trust me, he's on top of Firebox. As the one op's already gone, Stan immediately answers back. But it looks like, again, Optic Gamer are going to be committed to the site because they have no map control elsewhere. As Elige on her balcony was Molly, but it didn't spread enough. And there's Twist from Firebox, and Elige tries to go back up ladder. But Twist is still alive, although there's fire all over the place. And it's been just Boy in a 1v2, Nitro and Stan. The bomb still has to get planted with 50 seconds. And this player CT, which is Stan, should not peek. As the op shot will ring out, he'll flash and try to plant. And that flash actually, if it didn't catch Stan full blind, I think he actually would have peeked it. So now into the post plants, you see immediately Nitro drops the op for the AK to have that rifle power. They still have both nades. They still both have mollies. And now I think they spotted him. So nades will rain into his general direction, but just has to take a fight towards the player's stairs, and Nitro wins it. That's 14 Liquid, Optic Gaming. The cuts that they were able to just get into the Liquid skin, they're starting to heal a little bit.
Yeah, and that was well played in the 2 versus 1 by Liquid. Not rushing into anything. Molly out the firebox because that's the most likely position that this player is going to be in. Once that's cleared out, jump spot from CT spawn, see if there's anyone under balk or, you know, just get that info without committing to a fight. Spot him under balcony, get that Molotov in that location. It will flush him out. He's going to move out into the open, and that's a perfect opportunity to peek from the stairs, which you can control a headshot angle. Only your head's exposed, but you can see his entire body. So Liquid playing that really well in the end there.
Money is what Optic have, and they will spend. If Liquid get 15, I'm not too sure what Optic's money is going to be like the next round, but it can't be the best. Well, this was the fullest of full buys, so maybe there's still some cash left in this. That's Optic. It's only HS towards B, couple towards top mid. Nothing too crazy out of the standard as Alu shows an inch and he takes some damage. As HS, again, they get the opener, but Liquid have started to do a nice job of just finding refrags immediately.
Yeah.
Allowing Twist to get shot in the back is never good, but again, it's JDM to answer. Still not bad for the T side. They're content to take these trades. But it looks like they're very tunnel vision towards the A site right now, and Elige is just such a good spot. Is he going to be ready for this? Does he fight Alu or does he catch these connector players? Neither. Freiberg gets some amazing timings. He comes through the smoke, but it's JDM still alive towards CT. Optic Gaming still trying to fight him as both ops are posted here. And he'll even hold for the peak for Mixwell. Legs him down to 9. Nitro cleans up the mess that JDM started. Alu in a 1v2 with his own op. Has to hit the first shot on Nitro. He can, and it's JDM with 32 seconds. Realizes Alu can fall. And that's exactly what Alu will do, but I think JDM's onto him. He'll hold for the exit, and yes, JDM hits it 15-9. For a man who didn't warm up, he's certainly hot now. Had to throw it in there. It's truth.
Oh.
The truth never hurts, does it? Depends on context.
I'd say people would argue that the truth can hurt, definitely.
Yeah, sorry, Internet. I guess truth can hurt.
It definitely can. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah, swiftly. Oh, Alu, he's been trying. You can't fault the man. Certainly trying to find these aggressive picks, trying to be that offer that Optic need. But it's Elige, the powerhouse to really hit the opener, as HS is going to try to answer back, but perhaps gas prices skyrocketed because oil went back to $100 a barrel. And Optic Gaming just can't afford to fill up their cars anymore.
Huh.
Bad reference? Good reference? Who knows? But all of a sudden, Mixel and HS proving me wrong, but it's Twist, of course, to answer back. Another multi-frag round. He gets a third, as it is Stanislaw in a 1v1 against Alu.
Oh, and Alu's actually going to collect the bomb here. Stanislaw walk pushing through halls, but I think Alu might have heard Stanislaw running for just a moment. No, actually, Alu did not hear him because he keeps checking behind him. Ooh, Stanislaw is going to get this to close the ring game out.
No scope, maybe. Oh, he is just
Oh, he's
holding.
second-guessing himself.
Is Stan going to be looking the right way? Or question is Alu going to be ready? No! Stan gets the best timing and gets the best of Alu. 16-9 from Flawless from Optic Gaming to falling flat just due to how big the first half was from Liquid Gaming. Liquid Gaming?
Team Liquid.
Team Liquid.
Team Liquid.
It's been a hot one, hasn't it?
It's
been a warm day.
It's been a day. It's been a day. Yeah. Liquid definitely having a good start. Going into that game, going to the second half, they had a lot of rounds to play with, and as such, they saved and let Optic kind of crawl back into the game, but it's not as clear-cut as it looks. Liquid gave the rounds essentially to Optic to maximize their economy so that they can have the most success with their buys. And Optic, if they had more rounds in the first half, it could have been a much closer game, but 16-9 is the final scoreline, if I'm not mistaken. Well played by Twist, who probably ended on like 40 frags or something.
I wonder how much ADR he actually ended on, because you also mentioned it. Optic Gaming had a rough go on that CT side of theirs.
Yeah.
Just how many times they're actually reset and just had their money in the dumps.
Yeah.
It was a hard go for Optic out of the gates, especially going down like that on their CT side. It hurt them in the long run. And the long run has ended for them. Game's done.
The game's done, but their event's not done.
The event's not done.
They're still
in it. That's true. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
And Liquid's going to go to the semifinals, and they will be the second team to qualify for the semis, Renegades being the first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Renegades went through that group cleanly, which is actually a surprise to everyone. I think C9.
Well,
you know
actually,
what? Didn't
I predicted.
You're right. You did say Renegades will make it through.
I said they would
beat
Cloud9,
C9.
yeah.
So, I mean, Renegades are looking really deadly. Shout out to the two NA boys on that team who do get the support from the core Australian lineup. Just so you know, just people, yeah, NA's still there, dude.
True.
NA's still there. Although we played in the Asian minor. NA's still there. We're still here. We're still, oh, no, they can't see that, but someone just picked your nose.
Picked my nose?
Yeah, on screen.
Well then.
How do you feel?
Cool human.
Rejuvenated, right on.
Yeah.
Good. So I think we may even have some updated graphics for you, a little bit updated brackets.